was gold.
That was gold. You had a good tattoo joke.
Can't believe I just blew it. Not, but like getting a tattoo. I had a tattoo from Fantasy Island.
Tattoo from Fantasy Island. You told me he killed himself.
Yes, remember he killed himself. You said, how did he do it? And I said he went to the tattoo removal.
That's not what I pictured. I like that. That's where you went. I thought
Hervé Villachez.
I like that, man. It had nothing to, it wasn't a little person joke. It was his name. Just a good old tattoo joke.
Good old tattoo joke.
Very
Miss
nice.
those. Well, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Tattoo.
Tattoo.
Whatever you know his real name? What's his real name?
Hervé Villachez?
Hervé Villachez.
Hervé. He's either Hervé or Hervé.
Well,
I don't know.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
That's sad,
right.
man. I am curious about do you know how he did it?
It had to have been a tiny rope. Or like a small caliber gun, like a 22.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why would that guy? He was hanging out with
because every time
Ricardo
he left his
Montalban.
house. It's just because everybody was just going zip plane. Every time he left his house, people were doing impressions of him. I'm sure, right?
But how bad enough that you kill yourself? That's that bad. Deplaned. Maybe maybe he jumped out deplaned. Maybe that's how he killed himself. Fuck the parachute.
Maybe,
Jumped
yeah.
out. Threw that parachute. He gave the parachute to Vern Troyer. Said, "See on the other side," and jumped right out.
All right, let me see. Wikipedia. He was believed to have first fired a shot through the sliding glass patio door to awaken his longtime girlfriend, Kathy Self, before shooting himself at his North Hollywood home. Wow.
Oh, he did shoot himself.
Yeah, they found him in his backyard. Left a suicide note saying he was despondent over long-time health problems. Suffering from chronic pain due to having oversized internal organs, putting increased pressure on his body. He often slept in a kneeling position so he could breathe more easily.
Oh, my God. He often fell asleep at church.
At the time of his death, Cartoon Network was in negotiations for him to co-star in Space Ghost Coast to Coast, which was in pre-production at the time. Villachez would have voiced Space Ghost's sidekick on the show.
No fucking way.
Would he have been in Zorak or something different?
I guess something different.
Oh, weird. I never heard that.
I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows? No one knows.
Wow, man.
Well, I'm sorry. Sorry to bring you down, listeners.
Hey, you know what? We're going to bring you back up, though.
Here we go. Coming on up.
That's right. We got a live show happening Thursday, August 19th at the Lil Victory Theater on Staten Island.
My hometown, Travis, Staten Island.
That's right. John's homecoming show.
It's our season 3 kickoff show.
Excuse me. Wow, 3 whole seasons.
3 whole seasons.
It's 350 episodes.
Yeah, well, this was going to be our 351st.
Good
Oh, my
golly.
God. First live show since things went down with the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's like a year, more than a year and a half at this, or is it like probably a year and a half?
Our last show was February of 2020.
So yeah, there you go.
It was before it all went to shit. Like
Wow.
literally right before it all went
Right
to
before. Shit. Well, you guys got to come out. We're going to be there. We got a lot of fun surprises. A lot of friends of the show are going to be coming by. We are followed by the Wahoo Skiffle Crazies. Chris is in that band. Laura,
that's right,
who co-hosts with us once a month, sometimes more, she's gonna be there, and she's gonna perform at the band.
Yeah, she's a member of the Wahoos.
Oh my God, it's gonna be.
You guys don't even know what you're in for if you think if you have any idea, any inkling of what you could imagine you would expect, you're dead wrong. You're dead in the ground, 6 feet under, as a doornail, i.e. dead. That's you. That's you. You're wrong. Dead wrong. That's me shooting you because you're dead wrong. It's gonna be pandemonium. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be Hulkamania. You guys, you don't even know.
It's gonna be that's just on the fly. It's gonna be Hulkamania.
That's how fucking crazy.
Imagine if you saw that flyer, if you didn't know what any of these things were, and it was like Super Live Adventure and the Wahoo Skiffle Crazies, it's gonna be Hulkamania. You'd be like, I don't know what this is.
I would go though.
Oh, and it's gonna be nuts, man.
Not to.
It's a celebration. It's a show, but it's also like it's a celebration. It's getting back out. It's gonna feel so good to do it again.
It's going to be some of your favorite Super Live Adventure bits done live.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that entail? I don't know. We can't even tell you.
I don't know.
We will never know.
Oh, you're going to love it. And you know what's great? You've been on a stage since like things started getting a little bit better. I've been on stage, and we both realized how much we missed it, but we both had the same feeling, which was like, oh, I wished you were with me. Yeah. When I was up there.
Well, same here. And then, you know what? It's going to come true that night. Our first time on stage together in that long. It's going to be fucking wild.
And our last time on stage, when we say stage, we mean the back room of a pizzeria. This is a theater.
This is an actual stage. Yeah, there's lights and a sound system.
We haven't been on a stage in 20 years.
Yeah. By stage, I meant next to the bathroom in the back of the pizzeria.
Well, tickets are available. There's a link in the description. There's links on our social media accounts, on the website. It's on Eventbrite. You can go to Eventbrite and look for Super Live Adventure and the Wahoo Skiffle Crazies. It comes up right away. Tickets are $10.
Yep.
Available now. Get on it because seating is limited. If you're a member of the Little Chub Club, that's our Patreon group, you can get a free ticket to the show as well.
That's right. I mean, but listen, if you're a member of the Little Chub Club, don't just assume like, hey, I'm getting in free. I'm going to walk in that night and not say anything beforehand. We got to do a head count. You know what I mean? We want to keep this thing safe. We want, we want you to be vaccinated. If you're looking to come, you got to be vaccinated. You got to play it safe. We don't even know what's gonna happen between now and then, but we're gonna be the safest we could ever possibly be and follow with our local guidelines.
It's why we're doing the advanced tickets. It's why it's controlled. There's only so many people that can come. So even if you're coming in free, yeah, absolutely. There's a promo code that you can find on Patreon for your free ticket, but absolutely get a ticket in advance of the show. And we're going to be following all the guidelines that New York puts in place and the CDC. I know things may change. You guys know, if you've been listening and you heard us switch to Zoom for the better part of a year and everything, we take this very seriously. So it will be safe. We will be following all the guidelines.
We want you healthy. We don't want your organs to get too big for your little body.
I keep trying to forget tattoo, and you're talking about shooting people, your organs being too big.
He became a little, because we thought a Little Chub Club, and you know what, a little chub, it's a little sausage. That's what he became at the end. Just like this little casing filled with just plump meat. It wouldn't stop growing in his little skin sack body. His big kidneys, his giant liver, all of those little organy things going on. Maybe he had a pancreas or two. I don't know how many do humans have. Herbe Villachez might have had 6. I don't know. He's just filled with organs. too many organs for that little body. You know what I think of? Remember those mad scientist toys back in the 80s? Do you recall?
Kind of.
Yeah, they used to have those toys.
Do I recall?
Do you recall the 80s?
Can you recall? Do you recall? If I ask, will you recall? I'm making money, one of the big time I did the baby. Totally recall the 80s.
They had these alien autopsy toys, and you'd cut them open, and it was filled with slime.
Yes,
and you'd pull the organs. That poor.
Did you have one of those?
I had that thing.
I didn't have that.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't get it. If it was a tattoo autopsy, I would have gotten it. I would have. I'm sorry. I would have done it.
The Fantasy Island autopsy kit. That's a fun toy.
I was looking up Kathy Self because I was curious about his girlfriend at the time.
She's the inventor of the selfie. Oh, wait, scroll down. All right. She's like, yeah, all right. She's got a kind of a Gwyneth Paltrow type of vibe.
Yeah, redhead, but that picture is
she's definitely a lot bigger than him. That's a whole lot of woman for a guy whose spleen is too big for his little body.
But I don't know. That might be.
Oh no! Is that her now?
I don't like being the guy looking at pictures now and going, oh, but.
Oh no! She looks like
really.
She looks like a melted witch, the Halloween decoration. Now, back then,
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, maybe that's why old Tattoo took this last plane to fucking Smith and Wessonville. Maybe he saw her just falling off, and he's like, "This is all I could get."
All right, you know what? There's more to this story, but it's too dark, man. I'll look into it separately. I don't know what's going on there.
I'm terrified. What if it happens to me? What if
you date a little person and he's...
What if my wife gets real ugly and my organs get too big for my feet? I'm terrified now.
Come to the show. It's gonna be a blast. $10. Little Victory Theater. That's Thursday, August 19th. Super live adventure and
doors open. Oh, sorry.
And the Wahoo Skiffle Crazies. Doors open. Yeah, doors open.
7:30.
That's right. 7:30 doors. And you've been in the Wahoo Skiffle Crazies since before we started doing this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a fan of the Wahoo Skiffle Crazies since the beginning. Same right. As you.
We're a jug band. We're a jug band. I'm the jug player in this jug band. And yeah, it's amazing. We haven't collaborated on a show together. We haven't done a show with the Wahoos since one of our old shows, probably in like 2004, our DVD release party.
You and I, but not as the podcast, like before.
Not as the podcast.
The podcast is never. It's just we've never done anything with them. Almost every member of the band has been a guest.
Yeah.
You got Ezra, who does our theme song. Matt Wilson, who's been on the show a bunch. You guys might, especially like, Christmas episodes and stuff. Of course, Laura.
Yeah, he always blesses us with a song.
Frank Williams was on it. Carl Gallagher has been on. Like, it's just
music. Brian McGowan.
Yeah, I think
it's wild. It's wild. Joe Pecora, who's in the band now. He used to help us record some of those early episodes.
Yes.
At the Full Cup.
So to finally be doing a show with them is also I don't know, it's about time. I'm excited for that too.
Yeah, man.
A lot of connections to this show. If the Wahoos are new to you, I always say, like, if you like this podcast, You should check out the Wahoos because there's so many connections at this point. You being the
Yeah.
most obvious, but Laura on top of that. It's crazy. Well, come to the show. Get your tickets now. We hope to see you there. It's gonna be crazy.
You are listening to the Super Live Adventure Podcast.
I am that hooker with the heart of gold, Chris Sorrentino.
Wow, and I'm his friend John. How's it going, everybody? We're doing a Zoom episode. Zoom. Because you're a little under the weather.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a head cold type of stuffiness. If I sound a little stuffy, if I'm coughing a little, I'm sorry, dear listener. Sorry.
What are you gonna do? It happens. It happens to me more than it happens to you.
Yeah, a little congestion.
Sucks. But you know what? You're beating it fast, and I don't know.
I'm always
You're
beating
always
it fast.
beating it fast.
Who's got time to beat it slow?
Yeah, some people do.
No, some people got all day. Me, I got to be here.
Yeah.
I got to be there. You know what? A little time in between, you beat it fast.
That's. Well, I'm sorry you're not here. It's funny, before the pandemic, I was like, well, we would have gotten together. We never did remote.
Man.
We didn't do Zoom. We didn't know how to do it. But I just don't. I don't know. I'm trying not to get sick, and also I'm like meeting with family and stuff, and like I know you don't have COVID, but I'm very like upfront with everybody, and if I tell anybody I was
shoot.
I was hanging out with my friend last night, he's sick, but it's not COVID, they'd be like, oh, did he get tested? And then I'm like, no, but it's not, like I know,
Yeah.
and you know, but then it's like it would like screw up family plans too.
Yeah, it's fine. It's better off.
But I'm upfront with everybody.
I don't want to give you COVID. I'm going to keep all my COVID to myself. No,
Well,
really. Like I don't even want to give you like a little head cold. Like that sucks.
Yeah, and I don't. Summer colds, I don't know. Typically, if I get a summer cold, it tends to linger with me too.
Summer colds suck, man. You ever have a cold on vacation?
Yes,
That
my
sucks.
honeymoon, my fucking honeymoon I did. Because I got married in January and it was flu season. I'm pretty sure I had the flu, and there was I've definitely said this before, a friend of my wife's,
Oh yeah.
she texted that I can't come to the wedding, I'm sick. You know, I think it's the flu and everything. And Christine was like, okay, don't worry about it. And then after the ceremony, when people come up and say hi, she was like, surprise, I made it. And like ran up and gave us both a hug. And I'm like, that's the second it happened.
Yeah. She's the outbreak monkey.
Yeah, we took a day after the wedding. We took a day to just like get shit in order, return I had like a tuxedo rental. You know what I mean? Like the honeymoon was the day after that, and it was like landing in Aruba 2 days after my wedding was when it hit me, and I was sick my whole honeymoon.
Miserable.
I had a great honeymoon because it was lazy, but I was sick through it.
Nothing's worse. I remember one time I was a kid and I was with my parents and we were in Florida and I had a cold and it was so bad they took me to a doctor in Florida. You're better off going to the doctor that like did the plastic surgery to the Joker. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Did it
that's
feel
what
like
it
that when you
felt
went in?
like.
Was it like? Did you feel like as a kid you felt like it was off?
Yeah, I felt like I was in a vet.
Yeah, it's the guy with an alligator in the waiting room.
Yeah. It was like the Beetlejuice waiting room.
You swallowed a beer can.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, man. I remember I had an asthma attack in Florida we were there with my dad, and it was a regular thing when I was a kid. To show you how much my dad was not involved, as soon as it happened, he realized he didn't know what to do. And he just started frantically calling my mom back in Staten Island, New York, to find out. Do you realize he literally, like, I couldn't breathe, and my dad was just like panicking,
shit.
and it turned into him just like booking a last-minute flight back. Like he just took me back.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and dumped me
sucks.
and dumped me with my mom. He's just like, I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, he just cut the whole thing short. Isn't that terrible?
That sucks. Did he go back to Florida or did he stay home?
I think he stayed home, but I don't remember. Who knows with that guy?
I can't have this guy. I can't have old, like, can't breathe Johnny messing up my vacation.
And looking back,
this guy gasping, sneezing and wheezing while the calliope smashes to the ground. Can't have him around.
Oh, another great dad story. My kid was asking me, you know, my son has an imaginary grandpa.
Is it in his pocket?
It's in his pocket. No, he has 3 real grandfathers. Like 3.
Yeah.
Because there's a step like he's got 3, and he's got an imaginary one. That's all you need to know about his involvement with his grandfather.
That's really funny. Imaginary grandpa. There's nothing sadder than an imaginary grandpa.
Grandpa's the worst. He's always like me and Mike. He's really fun. My son's stories are, he's got a friend named Anko.
Okay.
It's Anko and Grandpa, and Ben, my son, always tells us about his apartment that we can't go to because it's filthy. And he'll be like, yeah, Grandpa and Anko, we were at my apartment. There's a turtle stuck in the pipe. We can't use the toilet anymore. Like, it's always like... So he's like, there's just poop everywhere and slime everywhere. And
that sounds like
everywhere.
A grandpa house.
Well, that's his apartment. Grandpa lives in an aquarium on Pluto.
Okay.
Yeah. It's wild, man. But yeah, anytime he'll be like, Dad, well, you know, he'll ask me something and I'll be like, oh, you know, when I was a kid, you know, my uncle took me to this place, blah, blah, blah. And he'll go, oh, yeah, me and my grandpa. And it's always like, and then he just makes up a story. But he's got an imaginary grandpa, which is maybe the saddest thing.
That's so fucking sad. Imaginary grandpa. Get fuck out of here.
You know what? He loves his imaginary grandpa.
I'm sure he does.
He was asking me questions about my father today, like his real grandpa. And I was just like, yeah, he's not as much fun as this other guy you're telling me about.
Wait, who? My imaginary dad?
You know, technically, his imaginary grandpa is my imaginary dad. Now that you, I should get to know this guy.
Yeah, you really should.
All right. Well, I got to get on a spaceship, but that's the problem. Ben's always like, I want you to meet my grandpa, but a spaceship's going to cost you $100, and we don't have that kind of money, Dad. And I'm like, yeah, You're right. That's not working. Maybe
yeah.
Maybe when work picks back up, we'll get that spaceship.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just hold on and wait for Accessorides, son. Just gonna hang in those years. Wait for them to come pick me and my diabetic foot up. Take us both on you. A giant wrapped up bandage of a foot.
You still got me thinking about feet filled with organs.
Well, because they would sink to the bottom.
That's the worst, man. That's terrible.
They just all fill up one leg.
Oh, you know what my kid asked me too?
Lumpy leg.
My kid was asking me a lot of... Actually, we'll talk... I'll get into this. He was asking me a lot about just testicles the other day. And he was like... And he went, okay. So they're bones. I was like, no. I was like, no.
No!
That upset me more, but that's actually... It's hard to explain balls to a kid because they have one purpose. It's not like your penis. It's like, yeah, you pee with it. You know what I mean? It's like, we'll talk about the other stuff later. But he's like, what's the deal with these? And it's just like, every guy needs a weakness, son.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
They come with the package.
I told you he hit me in the balls, and it was... I had such a shitty week where I threw my back out bad, which happens to you and me. I was due. You know what I mean? It had been a while. And actually, like, as I get older, I think because I know I've learned my lesson and I don't really push it. But this was me doing stuff around the house, carrying some heavy shit. And I kind of like, as I was doing it, I was like, I'm going to be sore tomorrow.
You pushed it to the limit.
Threw my back out.
Oh, boy.
But also had like a really bad stomach at the same time.
Oh, God.
But not painful, like little kid painful gas. Just that, like...
It's not like you threw your back out and you had diarrhea all
No, I was like
That's a bad situation.
I was really bloated and couldn't fart, and I swear that was like making my back hurt more. Like I couldn't get comfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
All that fucking Beano you take.
I'm out of Beano. I got to get more Beano.
You're better off. Good riddance to bad rubbish.
Well, I got something stuck in my eye, and it was actually like it looked like a synthetic thread from like a blank. I actually had it was in there for hours, but when I fished it out, dude, it was like a long, thin thread.
You're like a magician pulling like handkerchiefs out of your mouth.
It was bad. My eye hurt so bad, and then I was outside in the yard, and a bee got caught between my flip-flop and my foot and stung me on the bottom of my foot.
Oh, God.
And it was just, my wife lost it because I just looked like, I literally was like hunched over with one eye shut and like limping. Like I was like,
you were doing your Popeye.
I was yeah, it was like, it was so bad.
You're like, it's the 40th anniversary of the Robin Williams Popeye movie, and I'd like you to dress like Olive Oil. That's how you should have walked up to her.
I once asked my wife to dress up as Olive Oil because I think I'd be like an okay Popeye.
She'd be a great Olive Oil.
I thought so, but then at the time my roommate was Damien.
Oh, he'd be a great Olive Oil too.
He'd be a better Olive Oil. I took it away from her, and then she got mad at me.
Yeah.
And nobody was Olive Oil.
All you need is me screaming in the background. Rawr, 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 rawr.
Oh, you'd be the best chasing me around.
Great Bluto.
You'd be a great Bluto.
That's what we should do. Why are we not doing this?
I know. And my
in the street, like a couple of crazy hobos
all the time. We need
harassing people.
We need a wimpy.
Oh yeah, we definitely need a wimpy.
Do we have a wimpy?
Who'd be a good wimpy for us?
I gotta think about it.
No, who really likes hamburgers that we know?
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I know. You throw a hamburger in any direction, it'll hit someone who loves hamburgers.
That's it, man. I was reading up on climate change and how much of it is like from like cows and how many even trees getting cut down in the rainforest to make room for cattle, and I was just like, if scientists would just get together and create a hamburger tree, I think it would save.
Do it.
And hey. Christine was like, I told my wife, and she's like, I don't know, cows growing on trees. I was like, you're not listening.
It's hamburgers. Not cows. I had 14 White Castles today.
14?
14 White Castles.
That's what you do when you have a cold? That's how you beat it, ladies and gentlemen. This man looks so much better than he did 2 days ago. And it's after 14
White Castles.
Hamburgers, cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers, yeah.
Cheeseburgers. All right. You do any of that jalapeno stuff or anything?
No, just regular.
You made them slow?
Grazing? Well, a guy at work is leaving the department, and they got like 3 cases. They got 3 Crave cases.
One for you.
Yeah. Well, this guy works the night shift, so I came in the morning and I was like, White Castle. And like, I ate like 14 cheeseburgers in the morning.
Now I want it, man. Now I want it.
It was the best. No, I spread them out throughout the day. But
how you feeling?
Fucking wonderful.
You
feel
good?
Great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna have some hot farts.
That's all right. I don't
like
care.
A hot one. They smell worse.
Oh man, they've
I
been
don't know what it
cooking. They've been sitting under the warm lamps at 7-Eleven, just getting ready, percolating in your ass, getting ready. Gonna unwrap it like a big ass chicken sandwich. Those are the best. Those ferry chicken sandwiches, and they're called big ass, like AZZ chicken sandwich.
I'm not touching that.
What?
No way.
Dude, why it smells just like your farts, dude.
You know why they
How could you not want it?
You know why they spell it with Z's? It's not real ass. They're not allowed. They're not allowed, man.
They're not allowed.
You used to say
put
imitation
stuff.
ass, and then they were like, well, if we do it with a Z, we don't have to do that.
Big A's chicken.
I love all that stuff. We always thought like Z was fun, like cheese with a Z is like real fun, and it's like it's not cheese.
Yeah, it's because you can't call something cheese. You can't spell it correctly if it's not the real product.
No, you can't at all. Hey,
why is whiz spelled correctly? That's what I want to know.
Used to be imitation cheese urine. Ew. Imitation. You don't see the imitation is. It's not a thing put on anything anymore.
No.
No food is labeled imitation. More food is imitation than ever, but it's not, none of it's.
I'll never tell you.
Yeah, they don't. They
just used to be like crab meat.
Product, cheese product, dairy product, wine product, frozen dairy dessert. That's my favorite on ice cream now.
Yeah.
Frozen dairy dessert. You're like, oh, it's not. They can't call it ice cream.
It's not cream. It's not ice.
Hey, by the way, back to that bee sting. That was my first bee sting. My whole life. Man.
Yeah.
My whole life. And I had I had Ben and Darth. I had my kids, 4 and 2, out in the yard. And I felt it, and I went, and I looked down, and I saw the bee in my heel.
Oof.
And it pulled out. The stinger didn't break off.
Okay.
Thankfully, right? So it still hurt like hell, and it blew up and everything, but it wasn't.
Was it like a honeybee or like a yellow jacket waspy thing?
Yeah, it was like a honeybee. I have a bunch of clover in the yard. It's just they're out there, and I'm always telling my kids, like, if you don't bother them, they don't bother you. Like, this is that moment where I don't ever want to. It's funny when you have kids, you can't react the way you want to because you don't want to scare them. Yeah. I don't want to give them like a lifetime fear of bees or bugs. It's also like, when you're dad, you're kind of like, you're Superman to them. So it happened, and I was like, oh, whoa, all right. And I was like, hey, and Ben's like, what? I was like, I got stung by a bee. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm okay. And it's the bottom of my foot. And I'm like, hey, guys, we got to go in the house, okay? Can we just come on? Let's go in the house. And Ben's like, but what? Why? It's like, let's just come. We just got to go in. I'm like, Dorothy, let's go. And she's 2. And she's like not listening. So I'm trying to like pick her up. And I'm just going like, it's okay. It happens. I got to get in. I just have to get in the house. And we go up to the deck, and I get to the back door. And the door of the house is locked. And Christine's up. She went in the house. She went up to the bathroom upstairs. Like, she went in the house to take a shit. So she has no idea what's happening.
She had the White Castle too. Man. And I know people listening, it's like, I know they say girls don't poop. And it's true until you marry them. Yeah. That's once you put a ring on them, that other ring opens right up.
Yeah, they just shit till they die.
Poop starts sliding out.
Everything they held in till marriage.
Yeah.
Comes flying. That's it.
That's right. And if you did get anal before the marriage, you're not getting it after not because she's not interested, it's because it's just constant flow of poop coming out. You can't even try to put your wiener in there.
No, it's over.
You just gotta get shit there.
So now,
go come down with a bad case of shit dick.
Now I'm going around. Now I go around the back, and I'm like, okay, let's check the front. All right, come on, guys. We gotta go. And I'm just, my foot is, throbbing. No. Like, it just happened, and it's swelling up. It's like a golf ball, man. underneath, and I got in the
no.
house, and then it was like, Christine's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I was stung by a bee. Can you?" And she went, "Okay." She's like, "Yeah." And she realized but I kept that like, "I'm all right. I just kept that, but I wanted to just curl up in a ball and just be like, fuck shit. Like, you just want to scream.
Yeah.
But I kept it together, and then talking to Ben, who's all upset, he's like, "Why did that bee sting you?" And I was like, "You know what, Ben? The bee got stuck between my shoe and my foot. And if that bee didn't have a stinger, I would have crushed it. And that bee can't yell. That bee can't be like, whoa. That bee can't push me up." I was like, that bee did the only thing it could do.
Unless it was the Jerry Seinfeld bee. Unless it was Barry BB or whatever. It's the only one.
What's the deal with flip-flops? Like, what is that? I don't know what that bee does.
He had his little stand-up set going, and you walked right through it.
Right through it.
He was having coffee with a comedian in a car in your backyard, and you just ruined it.
Ruined it. What an episode, though.
Oh, yeah. You just see a giant foot smash through Monty Python style. Just
I think
in the middle of an episode.
Well, I think it was good for me to tell Ben. Once I kind of calmed down, I'm sitting there and I'm icing my foot, and I said, "Ben, I am not mad at that." I was like, "Daddy really likes bees. Bees are important." I was like, "That bee did what it had to do." And there's times in life you gotta fight just to survive, and that bee it did what it had to do, and I'm not mad at it. And I saw he had this look on his face, like, "What do you mean you're not mad at it?" And I was just really like, we talked it out, and like, he's been cool. We went outside, and he's like, "Dad, now it's funny. There'll be a bee near him, and he doesn't freak out. He just goes, 'Dad, there's a bee. Watch out, Dad.'" like I'm gonna get fucking hurt. And yeah, then it was that night where it was just such a shit day. I had a bunch of shit go down with some family stuff came up again. Thanks to my brother, who continues to make life miserable in my family. But it sucked. Yeah, fuck him. It sucked. And then
hey, wait, real quick, I just opened up a Goose Island summertime.
Oh, very nice. I'm on my second Founders all-day vacay.
Nice.
Have a little beer over here. Very nice. Well, anyway, we did like a movie night, and then Ben it wasn't a movie. Ben wanted to watch Fraggle Rock. I said, all right, and watched it, just me and my son. I'm lying on the couch, and he did that thing that 4-year-olds, kids will do. You know, kids just get like an impulse. And he jumped up and with 2 fists came down and pounded my balls with everything he had. And honestly, dude, he wasn't trying to hurt me. He wasn't, I don't know what I think it was just like, like he was going to like horse around. And it was the second time that day he saw me go like you know what I mean? And like not friggy Home Alone cursing.
What a fucking day.
Oh, and he went, "Dad, are you okay?" And it's so funny because the bee thing, I was like, I'm trying to be the best dad I can be. And it's like, yeah, you know, I'm not even mad at that bee. That bee did what it had to do. And then he punched me in the balls. The first thing I said to him, I went, and he's like, and I went, it hurts so bad. I went, I should punch you in the balls right now. That's what I said to a 4-year-old. And he went, please don't. He went like that. And I went, I'm not going to, but you need to know, if you do that to anybody else who's not me, they're coming for you, man. You cannot. He's like, I'm sorry. I was like, I know you didn't mean it, but he's like, does it hurt? I was like, I'd rather get stung by that bee again. He's like, oh. But it was that bad. It was that bad. And it's never happened to him. And then I'm still in pain. That's it. It's just nonstop question. We're in the question phase real bad again. Yeah. Where it never stops. So I'm like, my balls are throbbing, and I'm trying to explain that they're not bones. It's been the whole fucking week. And then add to that a fucking flat tire, the air conditioning unit that I just had put in, like the central air. Fucking water started leaking through my daughter's ceiling, like real bad. That was a whole fucking mess. They had to come back into. It's just it's been. There's been so I don't know, man. I don't know what I did, but it just feels like a bad week, and it hasn't really stopped. It just keeps fucking happening, man.
I think a bee needs to sting your son in the balls for the universe to right itself.
That happened. My stepfather's nephew. Did I ever tell you that?
I don't remember.
He was a little kid. He was like 2.
So. No, I don't know if I heard this.
Back in the 80s, running around outside naked. And
you recall the 80s? We used to run around naked.
Do you remember that?
You recall the 80s?
A bee stung him on the head of his dick. And nobody knew what happened. This 2-year-old just started screaming and crying, and nobody knew what was wrong. And then his dick he had like the head of his penis was like a man. It was just like a man dick on a baby screaming. Yeah, a
man dingo baby.
Right on his fucking dick, man. It was really bad.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
My God. But you know what? For like one brief moment, that kid must have been real happy. Like, you looked down and saw that schwanz. It was like, oh my God.
Really happy at 2.
I don't know, man. I'd be happy at any age. You look down and it's like...
No. When you're a kid, you don't think about that.
I might go run out trying to find some bees right now, John. Take a picture of it. Like, wow. I'm just send this to everyone.
Look, but don't touch it. Honey, look. Oh my God. Yeah, don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Why are you crying?
The stinger's still in it.
Yeah, man.
My kid actually knew that when bees sting, the stinger tends to break off and they get hurt. He knew that. And part of what was funny, I'm forgetting this, when we were trying to get in the house, he was just like, is the bee okay? It hurts them when they sting somebody. And I'm like,
you fucked that bee. You fucking kill him.
What's up with you, man?
Oh, excuse me.
Other than being sick.
Not much, man. Oh, I had an incident with a lawyer this week. Long story short, he was supposed to be calling us back with some information regarding something going on over here. And this guy, like, really just dropped the ball. And it really upset my wife, who was calling the office over and over, like, not hearing anything. So I called. Apparently, this guy was on vacation. I called and got, like, his secretaries, and they're like, by the way, this lawyer's name is Jack Stern. If you ever need a lawyer in Staten Island, don't call Jack Stern. He's an asshole. So I had called, and he wasn't there, and I kind of grabbed his receptionist and was just like,
Grabbed his receptionist?
Well, I grabbed her over the phone.
Held her hostage.
And I gave her the old, like, Shea Paul. Like, I Blues Brothered this lady. I was like, if I don't hear from him, I'm going to come there every day. I'm going to sit there and have my lunch in your office every day. And this guy was on vacation. He called me back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
I called and jumped in the shower. He called me back. I didn't know and went to voicemail. He then calls my wife and, like, on the phone, like, apologizing. Like, oh, please don't send your fat husband here to have lunch. Dude, I Blues Brother the lawyer.
That's perfect.
How great is that?
That's a good move.
Right?
I'll eat my lunch there every day. I love that movie, but I never thought about pulling that everywhere.
Yeah.
I will eat my lunch here every day.
I will come here.
My brother and I.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Every day.
Yeah,
of
it
the
worked, dude. It worked. I gave him the old Shea Paul.
Week. Oh, good for you. Good for fixing that, man.
Yeah, man, this is the best way I could ever fix anything.
Oh, it's fucking funny. That's great.
Yeah, it's been. You know what? I'm anticipating the new The Sopranos prequel movie coming out in October. The Many Saints of Newark. So like in preparation, I've been going back, and whenever I have a free chance, I'm watching like episodes of Sopranos, and it got me thinking of an idea that we were talking about briefly, a prequel to Goonies, the Fratellis.
Yes. I forgot we talked about that.
How great would that be if you just did like their story and then you had like young Joe Pantoliano and young Sloth and young Ann Ramsey, like that whole disgusting family.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I say we. I don't know what it is.
I want the whole theme song with like, woke up this morning. I said, "Hey, you guys!" Like, I want like the whole thing. You do it like The Sopranos. You do it HBO series. It's like filthy and this killing. It's like just shows there. Joey Pants. Joe Pantoliano. He's still around. He's still.
Sure.
I mean, for a prequel, might be a little weird, but he's, you know.
Oh, he could do it. The man looks good in a toupee. We all know that.
Exactly. And it's not even like you're faking it in the movie.
He already had it.
He's
always had it.
Ann Ramsey's dead. I don't know who you'd cast as a younger Ann Ramsey.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I'm sure there's a guy out there, but...
Yeah, I was thinking Jonah Hill would probably be a good young Ann Ramsey. Just like, can you say, "You lazy poop"? All right, you're hired.
Who was Sloth? What does that actor look like? Do you know?
Yeah, he was an ex-football player. Fuck, I forgot his name. What? John something with an M, Italian name.
Okay.
Yeah, he passed away recently.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately. And the other guy, is the bad guy from The Mask.
Hello everyone. It's me, Sambot Malonatron, the bartending robot of tomorrow. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I feel I should tell you, the bad guy from The Mask was not in the Goonies. It was a completely different actor, but go easy on John and Chris. These guys have done almost 350 episodes of this podcast, and they each drink about 20 beers each episode. You don't have to be a mathematician to realize that's about 1 million beers each. Their brains are all mashed potatoes. But please remember, they are doing the best that they can.
Yeah, dude, you do the Fratellis. You show, like, how they got involved in that, like, organized crime in Oregon, like, why they were on the run, like, who the guy is that they had dead in the freezer, and, like, the...
Oh, yeah, if it all leads up to that moment...
Exactly. That's the end of the series. Is there like the Goonies are like outside of their place and they find like the Jeep with the bullet holes, or maybe you start with like from the beginning of Goonies when like the cops are chasing them through the town and stuff.
I wonder. I don't know how much of that story is in the like out there or known. I'm not sure. But that guy who's frozen, if he's like a character, if he's a character that you develop and you know and you love when it gets to that moment,
yeah. He gets whacked by the Fratellis. Thrown into an ice cream freezer.
Well, it's a good idea. Muffin! Hey, Muffin! It's a Zoom show, everybody.
It's a Zoom show.
That is what happens.
It's official.
Well, maybe we should go to voicemails. I was going to talk a little bit about spider sex, but maybe we'll save it.
My spider sex is tingling.
Dude, I'm big into bugs these days. But
apparently, I mean, you're jerking off going to fucking bughamster.com.
Bughamster.com. I got the bee stings over here. I have 10 scarlet lily beetles that we're taking care of over here. We had a stag beetle we were
Wow.
playing around with for a while, and
Wow, sounds filthy.
all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I was looking up some stuff about spiders, thinking about keeping a wolf spider as a pet, and oh boy, I'll tease it for the next one. If you guys love bug fucking, oh boy.
I know old Needle Dick does.
Hit that subscribe button now, man.
What other podcast are you are you going to hear about bug fucking, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's a thing I'm into.
We all know John puts on his bug suit with the extra arms and the thorax. He goes to those conventions he's into. He's a buggy.
I felt bad. I killed we get these pepper maggots. It's a problem. These like flies.
Pepper maggots.
Yeah, they like insert their eggs like inside a pepper, and the maggots eat on the inside.
Don't ruin peppers for me.
Well,
don't ruin peppers for the listener. Oh, pepper maggots.
I killed two. I killed two of the flies while they were fucking, and I felt really bad about it.
Really though,
was that a good way to go?
For a fly, that's the best way to go.
Okay. I killed them while they were fucking, and then I flicked two beetles off my roses that were fucking.
What kind of a yard are you running?
Everything is well, Japanese
fucking filthy yard.
There's a Japanese beetles problem this year. You can look it up in the New York. They fuck all the time.
Man.
They fuck for like 90 minutes. They get involved in like threesomes and stuff. They go off and they lay eggs. They come back for more. It's like
really?
Yeah.
Oh, tell these guys to give my wife a call, all right?
Let's take a break and come back. We got a lot of voicemails, man.
The Japanese beetles.
Japanese beetle threesome in the roses. Me flicking them off. This is how I spend my time. I need a job. Let's go. We'll be back.
Should I be the woman? Should I be the man? What do you want me to be? I'm your baby tonight.
It's up to you.
Okay. I'm gonna go like full on lady. Wait. Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. No, really, I'm gonna go full on lady. Wait.
We're halfway through the summer, and I still don't have my beach body.
Sounds like somebody needs some eggdumpsoup.com.
Eggdumpsoup.com?
That's right. Eggdumpsoup.com will flush you out.
That sounds healthy.
It's the healthiest.
And safe.
It's the healthiest and the safest. Everything that's in you gets flushed out with eggdumpsoup.com.
Call a plumber.
Flush it out.
Flush it right out. Flush it out.
Flush it out.
Ow, it hurts.
Flush it out.
My asshole's bleeding.
Flush it out. Eggdumpsoup.com.
Flush it out.
Here are this week's voicemails.
Good morning, Super Lab. I'm sorry, it's 6:30 in the morning here.
Oh.
When I'm calling in. It's Gene. So I was listening to the last episode because I always listen to them when they come out because I'm like obsessed. But anyway, you guys were talking about Hello Kitty really quick.
Yeah.
Just to give you a fun fact on that Hello Kitty, she's my favorite Sanrio character. But 12 years ago, I was actually in the Macy's Thanksgiving parade because my mother works for Macy's, so you get to go if you want into the parade. And I was like, why not? Because it's a bucket list thing to actually walk in that parade.
Yeah.
And I happened to be under Hello Kitty as her right arm handler for the balloon. Very cool experience. And I still remember the chant. Every balloon had its own chant, and mine was "Hello Kitty in the city, flying high and looking pretty." But just wanted to throw that out there. I know you guys probably aren't interested, but also, I'm glad you guys took a deep dive or a little deeper dive into Derpy Hooves, because that was a very unusual to see that as trying to be made as a toy. I don't know. I guess to My Little Pony fans, they would market it, but it was just a weird situation at the time. All right, man. I love you guys. I will see you on August 19th.
Yeah.
Yo,
And fit it where you shit it.
Fit it where
Love you too,
shit
brother.
it. Love you,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you, dude. That's cool. Our friend Jen Grunwald,
Uh-huh.
who works for Marvel, her thing every year with the Thanksgiving parade was she always marches, and she's one of the people holding the ropes of the Spider-Man float.
The Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The Amazing. Or the Spectacular.
I want to know if they have a chant.
Oh, man.
Hmm.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Yeah.
Right? What else would it be? It's
Does
just
whatever Hello Kitty can't. Oh, snap.
Yeah, if they fought, I mean, Hello Kitty's fucked. Hello Kitty's fucked big time.
Yeah. yeah, Hello Kitty's fucked.
Spider-Man's going to mop the floor with Hello Kitty.
I still don't know what Hello Kitty is.
It's a cat that likes to greet people, John.
People still fall in love with it. People still get it, but
cute. Oh, Hello Kitty. That's what it is.
Hey guys, I'm just listening to the podcast. Oh, by the way, this is Juan Cerda, Little Shop Club member.
Oh.
I'm just listening to the podcast. I'm here at the Jersey Shore, man.
Nice.
And I'm sitting on the top of a house smoking a cigar.
Nice.
And I'm enjoying the podcast. But listen, that guy yelling America every time there was a firework explosion, he probably has a small cock and is imagining that every time he says America, his cock grows a little bit. I don't know. He probably was just waiting for somebody to challenge him. Or, listen, he might have been drunk. That's what you do. You get drunk and you watch fireworks. Listen, boys, I'm going to continue to take in my beautiful scenery and fit it where you shit it.
Fit it where you shit it, man. I wish I was sitting on a roof smoking a cigar with you right now, man. That sounds really good.
It looked comfortable to me.
Oh.
Looked like he was having a good time. Only
very
one
nice.
soda.
Hey. America.
Yes. Blow it up!
So, yeah, it's Gene again. I'm just calling in. I heard little Eddie's voicemail about seeing Space Jam by herself. Look, I'm as big a movie fan as little Eddie. I mean, I don't go crazy seeing everything with the Oscars, stuff like that, but I do see a lot of movies, almost 250 a year. But if little Eddie wants to reach out to friends on Facebook, I would definitely go see a movie with him. I think it'd be a good time. So
it is.
That's all. Bye.
Oh,
it is a good time.
It's a great time.
We're blessed with that. Yeah, I think the Green Knight. That's a movie coming up. I'm gonna try to go see that with Eddie.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be away. I think the weekend you're looking to see it, but
yeah, it's that movie looks interesting, and I'm curious to know what little Eddie thinks about it.
And Gene, if you get the opportunity to see a movie with little Eddie, you should, man. It's a good time. Mm-hmm. And he's a good, like, I love that. I love the talk in the parking lot after a movie.
Yeah.
And little Eddie's one of those guys, man.
Yeah.
He's the right guy.
That's an old school thing.
Yeah.
That's a thing we used to do all the time.
You don't go home after it. You're hanging out and whoever's car is closest, but nobody's driving away.
Because you know what? It's not like you went home and you read about what your friends thought about it on Facebook, or you went on IMDb and you looked up critic scores or whatever, like Rotten Tomatoes or anything like that. You just went and hung out with your other nerd friends and talked about it in the parking lot right after you saw it. Like, there's nothing sweeter in the world.
Yep. That's still the way to do it. So I hope you get a chance. Little Eddie's the best.
Just respect his side of the armrest.
Yeah.
You might lose a finger.
Yeah. Chris and I, we sat in one row, I believe, with a seat between us.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like having both armrests, man. If that theater's not packed, I want to spread out. And Little Eddie was behind us. What did Muffin say? That was different.
Too.
Yeah,
I was there too. Lethal Weapon 4.
I don't want you to get in trouble with your local theater for sneaking the cat in.
Well, my local theater hasn't opened back up yet, so I don't think they're listening. So this is good.
Okay,
this
good.
Is good. They weren't shut because of COVID. They were shut by, the ASPCA. Smuggling animals.
Catman's here.
Speaking of Little Eddie.
Yo, it's that time.
It's that time. We got ourselves a Little Eddie voicemail. So you guys know what to do. I gotta get up, stand up like a man, make a plan, start it, kick that life in. Oh, you're gonna win, 'cause boy, Little Eddie's gonna call in, gonna give you his views. What did you watch now, Little Eddie? What did you view now, Little Eddie? Did you like it? Do you don't? Will you give us some news on this movie reviews?
Hey guys, it's Little Eddie. I just watched Black Widow. I did not like it. That is all.
Come on, man. That's
I liked it.
Come on, man. It's my friend's wife, man. It's my acquaintance's wife.
I liked it. I liked it.
I didn't see it.
I thought it was a solid, action, globe-trotting action movie.
Globe-trotting?
Yeah, they went all over the place.
Oh, I didn't realize that. It's not just in Russia. How they leave Russia?
Leave Russia. They're in America. They're in, Budapest. They're in, I think, Belgium. They're in, they're all over the freaking place. They're in the sky.
I've never been to most of those places.
Yeah, me neither. Just America, and not even the part of America. I think they're in Ohio.
Oh my God!
I've been in Ohio.
I gotta see it. It's like I get to travel the world,
but with Black Widow.
I'm gonna do it.
You're like riding on the back of a Black Widow as you travel through the world.
But I'm torn. But also, Lil Eddie said he didn't like it.
Oh, that's true. Maybe he's scared of spiders, though. Maybe Lil Eddie's got arachnophobia.
What's wrong? What's going on with spiders?
It's Black Widow. I thought you were the bug expert, John.
So sorry, man. What do you hear about the fucking, man? I'm telling you, next time.
What, the next Black Widow movie?
The next Black Widow movie.
It's fucking in the next one. I do have to say that this Black Widow movie, I do enjoy. There was no, love bullshit. Spoiler, if anybody gives a shit. There's no, romance crammed in. It's just, that's what I mean. It's like a straight up action, boom. This is the story. This is what goes on. There's no, meet a guy and there's a thing. There's nothing like that. Well, it's good.
Good. All right.
No romance shoved in there. But it's also good for a movie with a female lead, especially an action movie. You're not going to try to cram some shit in there. It's just treated like you'd treat a Jason Statham movie or something like that, like a transporting movie.
You. But maybe Lil Eddie was looking for a little romance that night.
Maybe he was.
And he didn't get any.
He got nothing. I'm sorry, pal. He went there with a condom on already. He got nothing.
He rolled it back up. Put it back in the package. Back in his wallet.
Licked it like a letter.
Until the next one.
Until Ant-Man. That's just what should happen. I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm not trying to insinuate anything.
Yes. Hello, sirs. This is Shmeeves, the Jeeves calling in. Yes, I am one of your applicants for the butler position. Yes, very eager to see the results from that. But I heard the last episode, and that was Smergler, who had quite a nice little limerick, he said, for us all. Yes, I know he's stiff competition, but I am also multi-talented and well-versed, sirs. I grew up with some rough toughians. I am well-versed in the arts of, I think you guys would call it, battle rap? Yes, hip-hop is one of my favorite things, so I've got something for you, Schmergler. Hey, DJ, you spin that shit. Settle down, little boy, and let's take a listen. These lyrics will make your rat hole glisten. My rhymes are fat and much better than yours. Keep a name out your mouth, cause it's you I abhor. This butler's no schmuddler. In fact, I'm much subtler. You're Smuggler, the burglar. Alcohol fart guy, you're probably a turd gurgler. Now listen, eliminate. All these words I resonate. Back off now, or it's you I'ma castrate, eliminate. You can't masturbate. Looking for more rhymes? Well, don't let me make you wait. You think your limerick was dope? The hot shit? Just like Little Letty, I didn't like it. Let's all take a long rip. Perhaps there is room for more than just one. Maybe a team, a group, a union of fun. Fuck that. I'm the best and I'm here to admit it. My name's Smeeves the Jeeves. Fit it where you shit it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I can't, I have to, I always wonder every episode, I'm like, this could be somebody's first episode. And I don't,
They're like, what?
yeah,
What? What's going on here?
I mean, in a nutshell, my mother-in-law killed our original butler. People are applying to be butler, and they have to get their applications in soon because we're making our decision on International Butler Day, and everybody knows when that is.
We all know when that happens.
And Shmeeves the Jeeves is oh my God, he's definitely in the running. He is in the most traditional sense, he's a butler.
But he's a rapper too.
He's also a rapper, and who knew? And
he's a battle rapping butler.
And he seems to have some real beef with Smergler.
You had asked me earlier. Remember, I told you I was like, "Wait, let's listen to all the voicemails." You're like, "If you had to choose right now, who would you pick?" Count of three, say it. I said I won't do this until after we listen to these voicemails.
Yeah, and you're right. As soon as you said that, I was like, "You're right," because
look at that,
week to week. I know.
That's insane.
I know.
Good morning. My name is Booby Waffles, and it has come to my attention, notice that you need somebody to help you with your buckles.
Again with this.
Because your previous buckle person, Schmuckle the Buckle, has passed to the other side. So, boys, I have a lot of experience with buckling, and I would be very happy to help you with your buckles.
We know.
So, this is my this is my my CV. Is that how you say it? I don't know, but anyway, I would like to be your buckler. Thank you very much. Bye.
Schmuggler. I think
The
Schmuckler the Buckler.
We know you've called before.
She called him Schmuckler. That's Booby Waffles.
I don't even know if Booby Waffles even in the
Schmuckler
running
the Buckler.
because she keeps saying that she's gonna be our new buckler.
And I believe that's the second time Booby Waffles has called saying the same stuff. I think the same.
It's almost the same voicemail. We're hiring a butler.
Yes, not a buckler.
You've got me wondering about the buckling. I mean, I buckle and unbuckle every day.
I don't know who this Schmuckler the Buckler you're referring to was.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but
we knew a Schmuckler the Butler, but I don't know what's the buckling.
we're looking for a butler, not a buckler, although your skills as a buckler might come in handy as a butler.
That's true. I do have a few buckles that need buckling.
Oh, yeah, and unbuckling.
That's neither here nor there. I wasn't thinking we just get a buckler. I was thinking we get a butler that could buckle.
Yeah. And I don't know if the other candidates, the other job applicants, I don't know if they can buckle.
That's true. You know what? We just listened to Shmeev's battle rap, and I didn't hear buckle come up once.
No. So I'm torn. I'm completely torn.
Fucking A, man.
Hey, time is running out. Remember, you got to get it in by International Butler Day.
Oh, man, that we all know. That's when we have that big dinner, and there's fireworks inside the house.
No, that's the best.
That's the one time of the year you're allowed to do it.
That's the one time. So call in 781-POD-SLAP. That's 781-763-7527. You can send an audio message to slap@superliveadventure.com or mail your resume to Slap Studios, 536 Park Avenue, number 631, Scotch Plains, New Jersey, 07076. Time's running out.
That's right. We don't discriminate. We are taking applications from any applicant.
Yeah.
Right? Is that? Did I say that right?
Sure. Yeah, it made sense in the end.
Do I do anything right? My life is a lie.
What?
I love you. I really hope this was somebody's first show.
I hope it was somebody's first and not your last. And I hope you come to the live show if you can. Oh, it's Staten, the Little Victory Theater. It's Thursday night, August 19th. Doors open at 7:30. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Again, that's Super Live Adventure Podcast and the Wahoo Skiffle Crazies. Tickets are $10 free if you're in the Little Chub Club. If you're interested in joining, go to superliveadventure.com or patreon.com/superliveadventure. Until next time.
Ooh, this guy's all business.
We got to wrap it up. It's late.
Fit it
where you shit it.
We don't want your organs to get too big for your little body.